the dawn of capitalism, when corporations as mighty as nations rule the seas and dominate the world's valuable trade routes. With an iron fist, they forge a path of tyranny and exploitation.
Hello everyone, Ace here, and today I'm going to have to go ahead and say it. Ubisoft's Skull and Bones is communist propaganda. A statement that is proven true by the game's intro, claiming that the game is set during the dawn of capitalism, and how this dawn of capitalism directly led to the invention of corporations, imperialism, and colonialism. Keep in mind, this is the game's intro. These are the first pieces of dialogue that the player hears upon entering the game. You know, in a game set during the golden age of piracy, which historically speaking was before Adam Smith, the father of capitalism himself, was even born. In fact, if you're not a radical Marxist who's dead set on trying to revise history by forcefully inserting your politics within it, you'd possibly know that at the time of the golden age of piracy, the main economic theory at play was mercantilism, which called for strong state control of the economy, to the tune of the government granting royal charters that made it the law of the land that certain companies be monopolies, meaning it was outright illegal for other companies to engage in those particular sectors of the economy. The most famous example of this, of course, being the East India Company, which was granted by the Queen sole right to conduct trade east of the Cape of Good Hope and west of the Straits of Magellan. Any traders who were not part of the company who tried to trade there could and would have their ships and cargo seized by the government, as well as face prison time for it. To therefore pretend that the East India Company is somehow an example of the free market at work is completely laughable. All of this is to say that the depiction of the golden age of piracy found within Skull and Bones is completely revisionist, and ignores even the most basic facts of the time period. And keep in mind, this intro is what the game's developers believe will draw people into their pirate-themed video game, by lambasting the players and calling them predators, engorging themselves upon the exploits of capitalism by playing as fictional pirates in a video game. These developers are so utterly brainwashed by their own ideology that the idea of just simply playing as a pirate without first critiquing capitalism during a setting that predates the father of capitalism himself is both alien and utterly antithetical to how these people think. This is before even getting into the fact that this pirate-themed game won't allow you to leave your ship during boarding actions, and even places restrictions preventing you from just attacking any ship you see. You know, in a game where you're supposed to be playing as a pirate. A quote quadruple A unquote game with a price tag to match, I might add. This game is yet another example of how Ubisoft is the Jim Sterling of video game publishers, because everything has to be a critique of capitalism while going out of the way to try to Scrooge McDuck as many people out of their money as possible, whilst also, just like Jim Sterling, having a history of defending abusers and harassers. What more is there to say except don't buy this game, and do not support Ubisoft. But in any case, this has been Ace. Hope to see you guys again soon. Take care. Ace out.